This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
We're all familiar. Haggadah Shel Pesach begins with Halach Ma'anya, and it basically begins with a request for an invitation that anybody who needs a place to join for the Yom Tov of Pesach, anyone who has any needs for the Yom Tov, Kal Dichvin Yesei V'Yechal, anyone who's hungry, come and eat. Kal Ditzrich Yesei V'Yipsach, anyone who is needy, come join us for the Yom Tov of Pesach. It's interesting, this is the way we kick off the Yom Tov of Pesach. Why does the Seder begin with an invitation to the needy, to the poor? You know, it occurred to me that Torah writes, in Orchim, Siman Taf Yud Zayin, he brings from his brother, Rabbeinu Yehuda, that the Shalish Regalim correspond to the Shalish Avos, and Pesach corresponds to Avraham Avinu. And the way the Torah brings from his brother that Pesach corresponds to Avraham is the pasuk Lushi va'asi ugais. It's interesting. We could have come up with many reasons why Pesach corresponds to Avraham. We could have said Pesach is the Yom Tov of Emunah and Avraham was the Rosh HaMa'aminim. But the reason why Pesach corresponds to Avraham, the Torah writes, is because Avraham Avinu said, Lushi va'asi ugais. Now let's think for a moment. When did Avraham invite guests? When did Avraham say, Lushi va'asi ugais? When was he Machnis Orchim? We all know, it was the Yom Tov of Pesach. The Malachim came and said, Ka'es Chayal l'Sara ben. It was on Pesach. Yitzchak Avinu was born on Pesach. So the first recorded act of Hachnasas Orchim in the Torah was performed by Avraham when? On the Yom Tov of Pesach. So is there any wonder then that if the whole Yom Tov of Pesach is Keneged Avraham, and we'll explain in a moment why it's Keneged Avraham, but if the whole Yom Tov of Pesach is Keneged Avraham, and it's Keneged Avraham because he said Lushi v'asi ugais, he invited the Orchim, so can there be any more appropriate way to begin the Yom Tov of Pesach than by commemorating the Midah of Avraham, by saying, Kol Dichvin Yesei V'Yechal, Kol Ditzrich Yesei V'Yivsach, which is what Avraham Avinu said. Avraham Avinu said, Al Nos Avra Me'al Avdecha, Yukachna Ma'at Mayim, Lushi v'asi ugais. Therefore, to commemorate the Midah of Avraham, we begin Leil Seder and the Yom Tov of Pesach, Kol Dichvin Yesei V'Yechal, Kol Ditzrich Yesei V'Yivsach. But moreover, the Chavetz Chaim brings a statement of our Chazal that the merit with which the Jewish people left Mitzrayim is they made a pact, they made a bris, ligmal chesed ze im ze. And in that merit, Hashem took us out of Mitzrayim. So, in other words, by making a bris to follow in the ways of Avraham Avinu, we were zoicha to be redeemed from Egypt. Therefore, we start off the night, and we start off the Yom Tov of Pesach, by following the ways of Avraham and commemorating the pact that was made to allow us to be eligible for our redemption. Therefore, the Haggadah and the Yom Tov of Pesach begins, Kal Dichvin Yesei V'Yechal, Kal Ditzrich Yesei V'Yivsach. Wishing everyone a Geta Moyed and a Chag Kosher V'Sameach.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.